Mr. BEILIN, first of all, you are in Strasbourg to talk about the protection of Jewish cemeteries. Do you see this as a particular European question?
It is a European question because Jews lived in Europe. There are those who call Europe for Jews the biggest graveyard of the Jewish people. They lived in the continent by millions and they almost disappeared after the Holocaust. So although there are issues like that in North Africa, in other places in the world, here they have been for hundreds of years. You have cemeteries from the 15th century, from the 16th century, and half of them were actually destroyed during the Second World War. So the issue of saving this historic memorial for the Jewish people is mainly in the East Europe, because in the West, in many cases, the governments took care of these cemeteries. It did not happen in the same way during the communist regimes in East Europe, and later on, because these countries are not as rich as most of the Western countries, it was very difficult to rehabilitate the cemeteries, even though the governments did want to do that. And this is why there is a need for a special project like our project in order to save thousands of cemeteries in East Europe.
Precisely, what is this project?
The project that I'm speaking about is financed by the German government, and we are working with the Adenauer Stiftung in order to deal in the year 2015 with about 40 cemeteries in East Europe. Most of them are in West Ukraine, to fence the cemeteries, to put a gate in every cemetery, to create an access road to the cemetery if there is no such, and to put a plaque to say, here Jews lived and died. You should remember that.
Is the conflict in Ukraine, is this a difficulty for you, for the project?
The conflict itself, it doesn't have a direct impact on our work because most of the Jews lived in West Ukraine, and the main problem is in East Ukraine today, and we are not dealing with East Ukraine right now.
Okay, sir. So do you think that the models of intercultural and interreligious dialogue that the Council of Europe here promotes can offer answers against hate and anti-Semitism and solutions to those who have to deal with protecting the cemeteries?
I am actually accompanying the Council of Europe for decades. Since the 70s, I used to come to this place to meet with the people and to follow the different projects, which are really unique. Whether it is changing the world, God knows. Nobody knows. Whether it is very positive, no question. The hope is that initiatives which are taking place here and in other places will contribute something to solve something which we don't understand. I mean, had we known the exact reasons for this sickness, it would be, I believe, much easier to find remedies. But we don't understand it. We don't understand why sometimes normal people are going to cemeteries and exhume bodies. I mean, who can do something like this? Or seeing a Jew, if they recognize a Jew, and shouting on him. I mean, we don't understand it. Neither Jews nor non-Jews understand it. And this is why we are always acting in the darkness. And we tell ourselves, maybe education. Hopefully education will change a lot. And this is the place where educational programs and cultural programs are created.
So what the Council of Europe is doing enough for you? Or?
Enough, it is never enough. But whether I would like to live in the world where such initiatives like the ones of the Council of Europe do not exist? No.
Mr. BEILIN, thank you very much.
Thank you.